Oh, hi! This week, breaking out the clay again. I know things didn't go anywhere with the last attempt I made, but I was noodling around with some of the polymer clay I have over the weekend. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and it was really nice, and I made some things that I don't hate and want to try turning into earrings. I thought of another earring idea to make for a friend of mine, so I thought I could share the process. I just took a little nib of red clay off of one of the bricks. This is oven baked clay, so this has just been sitting out since my last attempt to make anything last year, and I'm just working it to soften it a bit. It's Sculpey 3, if that means anything. I don't know, it's just what I happen to have. So to give a little insight as to how I have been surviving this panorama we're in is once a week for 6 months, about somewhere in that territory, I have been meeting up over Skype with some friends of mine to watch anime. Now, I watched Sailor Moon and Pokemon and Hamtaro growing up. I don't dislike anime, it's just not a thing I've spent a lot of time with. We have been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a buck wild time, and I have had trouble with a couple episodes, mostly animal stuff. For some reason it just gets really gory with dogs, so I understand if you can't deal with that. And I know it's a cartoon, but that stuff still haunts me at night. And there was an episode that was very trypophobia triggering. I had to keep covering my eyes or turning away from the screen. I felt like a big old baby, but it's a thing I genuinely have trouble with. Anyway, it's interesting and bizarre, as the title indicates, but I'm enjoying it, and it's just a really good excuse to have a regularly scheduled hangout with friends that I like spending time with. It's cool, and I feel very honored to have been invited along this journey. So that brings me to the earrings I'm making. There's a character called Polnareff. Jean-Pierre Polnareff, I think is his name. He has these earrings that dangle down and they look like broken hearts. There's another character, Kakuin, definitely didn't pronounce that right, who I think is actually my favorite. No, Avdol's my favorite, but then Kakuin. He's like the boy I would have had a crush on in high school, but then Avdol's the person that I would have realized I should be with as an adult. So whatever that indicates about me. He has these little cherry earrings, but because I am so unsettled by the clips of him eating cherries earlier in the show, I'm uninterested in bringing that about in my day-to-day. But the Polnareff earrings I do really like, and I do like Polnareff as a character, so I thought it would be a cute-ass idea to make matching Polnareff earrings for the friend that, well, one of the friends, the friend who has her ears pierced. So I just have this little chunk. I'm gonna split this into 2 hopefully even pieces. They can't be super thick or it's gonna take forever to bake. All right, these mostly look even. So I'm just kind of flattening it while also trying to pinch the bottom end and kind of rounding out the top end. Yeah, this looks vaguely even thickness wise. I do think I want it to be a little wider. Push this down and bring it out a bit. I'm gonna try to match this to the same size, shape, dimensions. All right, these are close-ish. And then I have this little spatula. I actually got it as a set of tools from the dollar store, so it came with this and these other 2 things that I've used for my lino block ink. This helps spread it, and I think I used both of these on the clay attempt I had last year. So just find stuff with edges you like. This is good and pointy. I'm gonna do the little broken heart cutouts, I think, since I have measurements to go off here, and then I'll just take the edge here. An X-Acto knife would probably not be a bad idea here. I only have one and I don't have replacement blades, so I don't want to gum it up. I think I'll actually make a couple marks, 1/4 inch apart and 1/4 inch wide each. And then I'm just going to take a little triangle out of here. All right, that doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to try to go in the same depth with this one. So that's what we have there. I'm going to try to kind of sharpen this point and maybe flatten out these edges inside, kind of smooth it. Helpful if I actually have the thing in fucking frame. There we go. I think with things like this, well, actually in all crafts, I really need to get better about letting go of perfection, because things aren't going to be ideal the first or second or third time I try it. So the fact that I give up on things the second I realize I'm not naturally amazing at it, which is most things, is not helpful. And I don't know, when I was noodling around with the clay the other day, I just found the joy in fucking around with it, and that was really, really nice, and something I just don't let myself do very often. So yeah, they're not fucking perfect, but I think this will work. I did also make these other ones, but I think they're a little too chunky, but I am gonna try 2 different options with these, because these are thinner and I don't want to mess them up by trying to insert one of these findings into it. I'm going to take a pin and go a little ways in at the top here and just try to like pierce through it and then try to open that up a bit. That should be big enough to fit a jump ring through. Yeah, those don't look too bad. And then because these ones are a little chonkier, I'm going to take one of these like round topped findings with a loop on it. I'm going to clip it like 1/2 inch down. Now I'm experimenting with this. This is not an instructional, just letting you know how I am attempting to do things. And now I'm going to toss these on a tray with some parchment paper and let them bake. This particular clay says at 275 for 15 minutes per 1/4 inch of thickness. These ones are exactly 1/4 inch, maybe a little teeny tiny bit beefier. These ones are going to need probably 1/2 an hour. We'll see how it goes. Okay, they done did the bacon thing. Not bacon thing, baking thing. And yeah, seems to have gone okay. I did have to use a pretty big jump ring to get through here. I don't know if I didn't put the hole close enough to the edge or it wasn't the right size hole for anything smaller, and like the thickness of it also needs to be accounted for. So yeah, it's a pretty big size jump ring for this. And these ones worked out with putting the post into it, that it seems to be staying. I mean, I don't want to honk on it, but hanging a little jump ring through there seems to be doing just fine. As far as the clear coat I use for everything, it's just a cheap, quick dry Sally Hansen hard as nails extreme wear clear coat nail polish. It's nothing fancy. This cost me like $1.50 maybe. So I'm just gonna try to get like a thin, even coat. It is gonna give it a shiny finish where there's gotta be matte clear nail polishes. All right, and I'm gonna hang this up here and let it dry. Do the rest of these, and then yeah, I'll show you my finished pair. I'm obviously not gonna put the ones for my friend in my ears, but I do have my chunky boys that I will wear. Okay, they're dry, and I immediately fucking forgot about the chain I was gonna add to make this properly look like Polnareff earrings. I was gifted this very statement necklace, this very gothy multi-chain bundle from my fairy god Cheryl, and I've been pirating small pieces of chain off of it. So I have 2 strands that are like 1 3/4, almost 2 inches long. So I'll probably have to add extra jump rings to make sure this is all facing right. Well, at least to attach the chain to the earring finding. So this jump ring open, and I have this on here. Oops, that was dumb. I didn't take the fucking fish hook bit off of here. All right, there we go. So I have the chain on the jump ring that is through the charm. So I'm gonna close that up. I'm gonna take a smaller jump ring, open that. Now I don't know what this kind of chain is called. I'm just gonna try to get it to lay as straight and flat as I can, because you know, they can twist. So I have this as straight as it can be. And now I'll put this on here. So now we got like super dang, yeah, this is exactly how they're supposed to look. Oh, did you see how excited I just got? All right, and that's the second one done. Oh my gosh. And you know, I feel like it's been a while since I have watched something like movie, TV show, whatever, and just felt that urgent need to make something that a character has or something inspired by them. I'm gonna try mine on. Okay, it was a little tricky. I definitely have an ear infection in this ear from last time I tried to wear earrings, and that's just a thing I'm super prone to because they fucked up my ears real bad. Oh, also, I definitely didn't make these chains even, but I'm keeping these, so it's fine. I love it. I do kind of want to make the Kakyoin ones now because, man, like, I have dangly charms, but not often on a chain like this, and I am very, very into this, especially because I have short hair that's up and I have a long face, and like, I don't know, I think this like suits it well. Maybe if the height was a little higher, like my neckline was a little lower. This is very exciting. Anyway, just a little piece of joy into my life. Hopefully added a little extra into yours, or at least I hope I didn't actively make anything worse, I guess. And I know these will like elicit some type of positive response from the friend I'm making them for. So time well spent. And I have finally gotten over my fear of working with clay thing. I'm at beginner stage, but I have ideas for things and that feels good. And it's just fun to kind of squanch around in your hands, you know? This is leading into my birthday weekend. So for anyone that hasn't gotten their DJ Bog Troll Goes Emo birthday party mix for this year, or if you aren't in the Patreon tier where that was getting mailed out to you, I'm going to have that playlist up by the time you're seeing this. So I hope you enjoy the nonsense, and I'm sorry I just don't have it in me to do a live stream. I really had fun doing one last year, but it did take a lot out of me. And I'm just, this week, I'm just not going to be fun to hang out with, I promise. So I have been putting bonus videos in lieu of the live streams up on Patreon for all the tiers if you have any interest in like extra hangs. But yeah, I just, I'm sorry I can't do that right now. I hate that I feel like a shell of myself at the moment, but it'll pass. Things will get better. Little things like this certainly help, and hanging out with y'all in the comments in the Discord. The Discord, by the way, is open to everyone if you have any interest. Just, I don't want to put a public link out there because I don't have it in me to deal with trolls. So if you want to message me on like Twitter, Instagram, or my Facebook page, you're more than welcome to come hang out. And yeah, I will see you all back here next Friday with another video. Thank you so much for hanging out.